But you don't care about people suffering. You don't. You don't care about people suffering. You don't care about people starving. You don't care about injustice. You don't feel bad for your victims. You don't regret any of your war crimes. You don't experience remorse. You don't understand that there's anything wrong whatsoever with using violence or using force to conquer other people, to dominate other people, to subjugate others. You don't think there's anything wrong with taking other nations' resources. You genuinely don't think it's wrong. You fundamentally think that the law of the jungle, you think that's elegant in its simplicity, and you think it's inherently correct. You get a dopamine rush from violence. You are immeasurably more energized by hate than by love, by war more than by peace, by humiliating others more than uplifting others. You're more energized and motivated by competition than by cooperation. You do not believe in equality, and you're not bothered by inequality unless someone has something you don't, in terms of wealth or status or respect or what have you. Then suddenly you care about equality. You believe in vengeance, not forgiveness. You believe in winning, not mutual benefit. You believe in monopolizing, not sharing. This is how you are. You're nostalgic about every lawless time and place in your history when there were no rules. Whether you're talking about the Viking marauders or you're talking about Old West outlaw gunslingers. And you fantasize about chaos. You fantasize about anarchy and a post-apocalyptic world where there's no rules, no courts, no police, no law enforcement, or what have you, where you can live out your most primitive, most savage instincts without having to perform morality for anyone, without having to pretend to have civilized principles. This is at the core of you. This is at the core of the Westerners. And it's literally an expectation or an anticipation that you have in your subconscious. Like someday it's going to come true. And everything that happens until then is just mundane monotony, pushing the minutes during a shift at a job you despise. You need to admit to yourself what you're really like. I'm not saying accept it. I'm saying admit it, so that then you might be able to improve. Otherwise, there's no positive or constructive role for you moving forward. Westerners. I mean, theoretically, right? Theoretically, you could have a place, you could have a role, you could have a function within a civilization as like soldiers, as warriors. Then maybe your ruthlessness and psychopathy could be deployed for a purpose, under strict controls by a civilized authority that could keep you in check. But under no circumstances should you ever be in charge of anything. No, you're the last people in the world who should ever be given authority. You're grunts, basically. You're grunts, you're serfs. You understand? But see, again, because of your own law of the jungle logic, and your lack of empathy, your lack of altruism, your lack of community feeling, your lack of cooperativeness, your self-indulgence and love for the dunya and so on, and your complete ambivalence and your complete befuddlement about what's right and wrong and morality and so forth, and most importantly, because of your rejection of God, you have also been easily enslavable. So now you're too soft, you're too fat, you're too frivolous, you're too entertained, you're too distracted, and you're too lazy now to even serve that type of a function as soldiers or warriors or what have you. I mean, that's just a theoretical role based upon your qualities and traits, and it's the kind of thing for which those characteristics and qualities could potentially be assets. But outside of a role like that, those qualities and characteristics are only liabilities. It makes you a burden and a menace to humanity. See, and you're trapped in a framework, you're trapped in an approach and epistemology that completely sabotages your ability to ever not be basically a toothache in the world. See, you're in a catch-22 situation. The only way for you to not be an ulcer for humanity because of the way you are is for you to recognize this and to change. But the way you are completely prevents you from ever recognizing this. And you actually think that all of your tactics and all of your techniques and all of your dishonesty and deception and obfuscation, your evasion and misdirection and so forth, all your word games, all your theories and philosophies, you think that this is advantageous for your survival. It's destroying you. You think you can just keep avoiding the reckoning indefinitely. Keep up the charade, but you're not getting away with anything. The more you lie, the more you're known as liars. You know, it's like Trump. He thinks that he can wear those gigantic suits. If he wears those gigantic suits and wears his tie 5 inches too long, that he can hide the fact that he's morbidly obese. But everybody knows. And everybody knows about your so-called civilization.